hide the grease? We've been on the road a long time. I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com. You know, I've built a lot of tree houses, stayed in a ton of them, and visited many others. And this easily is one of the more creative, surprising, and/or unique ones I've seen in some time. Welcome to the Hermit's Thrush Tree House. We're going to go handheld here a bit. This treehouse is a rental in West Paulet, Vermont, deep in the woods of. And it is pretty tricky to find, so don't think you're going to find it on a whim. Built in a very natural sense and style by Rick Sassa, S-A-S-S-A. You could already see by the curved branches, the double slab side approach to the siding. It was all done with a lot of materials from the property and nearby. And as you first entered, this bridge is just such a great introduction, especially with the railings, to what you're about to experience. We'll go upstairs in a second. But for starters, you arrive at this landing here, where there's this great little outdoor spot and table, all natural slabs or planks, where you can kind of hang out and enjoy the surroundings. A hammock. There's a couple hammocks just strewn about in the property, which is fantastic. An outdoor shower, which is one cool, unique experience for those who haven't done it. There's an outhouse, not as bad as it sounds. And all worth it if you're squeamish with those, though, for the view, the surroundings, the serenity, and the wildlife. There's that shower in the background, upper left. In the distance, you can see upper left now, there's another tree house Rick's working on that soon will be a future rental, part of a whole compound here. Whirring back around, let's take a peek inside, shall we? Just want to show you the exterior for a second, though. Simple painted to camouflage it more roofing, and porthole style or circular cut windows. It's a pretty big treehouse, especially considering treehouses are usually built with the intent of being light so the trees don't take the brunt of the load or aren't overworked. But you can see there's a bunch of poles that go to the ground. One built off an existing dead tree, it almost looks like, or he craned that position somehow. And there's a whole series, and can you see it over here, of turnbuckles and cables tied into trees that help support it as well. Pretty clever. Now moving inside, this is something, and you'll see it later too, it's the counterweight system to ensure that doors close. I've done this a ton of tree houses. I guess it's just something commonly done. It really isn't that profound, but I love it. I use carved chunks of wood, but for greater weight, Rick drilled right through a rock. So as you open the door, this rises and falls. It was kind of fun in a Swiss Family Robinson or Harrison Ford and Mosquito Coast kind of way. The natural branches in the doors. This is like the master bed suite here, you could call it. And it's just beautiful. Another table for relaxing, enjoying. There's no mistaking you're in a tree aside from the materials this is built from, where you have a tree and the turnbuckle passing right through the bedroom. A series of circular windows again, with the branch whittled in and fitted in dividers. And by means of a giant slider-like door that rises up in another pulley system, here's a screen window to the view beyond that you'll be greeted with in the morning, as we were this morning when we stayed here. Sun's just starting to come out. It's about 7:10 in the morning. And I can't complain about anything with this whole experience. I'm going to back up and show you this too. The stubs of part of a tree, where it split, the branches, have become the corner post of this bed. Funky. You're going to find a lot of curved natural handles here everywhere as well. As we look up, didn't show you this yet. Aside from the burl lights that Rick has implemented, plugged in everywhere, which are so cool, there's light bulbs coming out of these burls. There is electricity out here. You have to get to it by the stairway, a second entrance, but that's the upper bedroom where you can sleep 3. It's almost like a loft, which makes this place feel that much bigger as you walk into this lower room. We're going to spin around and I'm going to show you, because there's an outhouse up the hill, but in the middle of the night, it's not much of a hike. I mean, I've been in some people's houses where they're so grand that the hike to the bathroom from the bedroom is just as long. But this is the secret emergency bathroom, should you need it, behind the curtain. And what he actually did is with silicone or caulk, that seat is actually affixed to the stump. He carved out which is lined with metal, which is a great idea, so you don't stink it up, and it's not so porous. And he put this door-like gasket on the seat, so when it drops, it's almost an airtight seal. So the stink down there doesn't emanate up here. Sawdust to chuck in there a handful at a time after you're doing your thing to sop up the not so goodness. And up here, yet another porthole. As you go up the stairs to the other bedroom, you pass this and can kind of peek into this area too. And you just put some blankets, it looks like, here and there to hide the underside of some of the metal in some cases, but not all throughout the treehouse, just in certain areas. So I'll show you upstairs in a second, but I'm realizing people are probably wondering, Deek, where do we prepare food? Where do we eat? There is a separate cabana for that, and it is super hippied out, funky, and cool. Alright, now back out over the bridge, and we're heading upstairs. See if I can do this without killing myself. Look at the railings here going up the stairs. It's very spider web-like in its intricacies. The whole place really is a work of art. So here's the door with another weight, drilled through rock mechanism. I love the pop of this door too, that goes to the upstairs bedrooms. And inside, we filmed this later at night, kind of dark, tough to see, but there are 3 beds, 2 down lower and 1 that kind of hovers or seemingly above them by this, again, spider web of branches, which is so cool. You can hang your bags and coat and stuff from them as well. It's nice because it's very rustic, but there is electricity in this treehouse. You can see that fan, properly armed with a fire extinguisher, a couple lamps, but not so many modern conveniences. Even in the cabana there's an oven and a couple things, but not so many as to spoil you. And I love those round windows made from stumps that are kind of scattered throughout this treehouse tastefully. Overall, not too shabby, eh? Again, I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com, working my fingers to the bone. Heading up and out of here to northern Vermont, and thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you later. It'd be kind of funny if this hammock snapped during this take. I have put on a few pounds.